either way. Okay, because that polarity will define the rotation, the direction of the rotation of the motor, whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so we're going to use a driver which is L293D. Okay, it is actually a chip. Okay, a chip. The name of the chip is L293D. Okay, so we're going to use that chip to control the direction of the motor. Okay, please download the module from e-learning. I have uploaded on the last section there. Okay. Dekat bawah sekali tu saya dah download. Mana pula saya nampak apa ni? Saya nak share. Alright. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, Doctor, we can see.
Leh Wen Hao, do you have any question? So you are raising your hand there.
Hello? Yes?
Yes.
No.
Do you want to ask question? Nak tanya soalan ke?
No.
Oh, okay. Alright, so okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to discuss on the circuit of motor driver, and after this you're going to do the circuit connection using Tinkercad. But first, let's understand the theory, the concept behind the motor driver. Right, so the motor driver is actually a H bridge. Okay, it's a H bridge that consists of 4 transistors. Okay, so last week we have discussed on the electrical actuation system. One of the components is solid state switches. So transistor is one of the solid state switches. So that's why in the diagram here, the transistor is represented by a switch. Okay. So since it is a H bridge, therefore there will be 4 transistors or 4 switches in this circuit. Okay. The function of this circuit is actually to allow us to change the polarity of to change the connection to the polarity of the motor. Okay. We know that when we connect the power supply to the positive and negative to the ground, then the motor will rotate. Okay. The direction of the rotation, whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise, is based on the connection there. Okay. And then if we want to change the direction, we need to change the connection. Okay, so it is not possible if you want to keep changing manually. So that's how we use this driver. Okay, so this driver will automatically change the polarity based on the based on our requirement, whether we want the motor to rotate clockwise or anti-clockwise. Okay, so here we can see that there are 4 switches. All right. So by closing and by opening and closing the switches, it will allow the electrical current to flow in the circuit. Okay. So here we can see that if we choose to close switches number 1 and switches number 4, okay, so now the current will flow from VCC through switches number 1, and then you can see it is connected to the positive terminal. Okay, and the negative terminal, the current will flow through the motor and then to the negative terminal, and then through switches number 4 and go to the ground. Okay, so the circuit is complete. The motor will be rotated. Okay, so it will rotate at one direction here. Okay, let's say this is for clockwise. Okay, let's say this is the rotation of this motor with this connection is a clockwise direction. Okay, now we want to change the direction. We want the motor to rotate anti-clockwise. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to connect the VCC to the negative terminal, and the positive terminal need to be the ground. Okay, meaning we need to change the connection. Okay, as for now we are connected to the terminal at the, kalau saya at the left lah, at the left hand side. Okay, because actually the positive and negative is not there. Okay, because there is no polarity on the motor. Okay. Okay, so if we want to change the direction, so we can see that by choosing, by closing switches number 3 and switches number 4. Okay, okay, so now switches number 1 is open and switches number 4 is open. So we allow the current to flow from VCC through switches number 3. And then you can see that the current is now connected to the negative terminal of the motor here. Okay, but now we consider this is the positive because we supply the voltage to this side. Okay, so now this direction, the other connection, which is labeled positive here, now is considered as negative because it is connected to the ground via switches number 2. Okay, so therefore with this connection, the motor will change the direction. Okay, so this is the concept in H-bridge. Okay, so the controller will come from the microcontroller. Okay, it will allow us to control the speed and also the direction of the motor using H-bridge. All right. All right. Actually, there are many motor driver that you can buy in the market. Okay, the most simplest one is L293D. Okay, L293D. But the other motor driver that you can buy is L298N. Okay, and then there is also L293D motor shield. Okay, motor shield. All right, so basically the chip is still L923D, but there is other additional, as for the motor shield, it is a shield that we can put on top of the Arduino. Okay, meaning by using that shell, we'll use, there are L29 3D motor chip there, motor driver chip, but we also still can use other pins on the Arduino Uno. Okay, but for today, we're just going to do the hands-on on the L29 3D because I want you to have the concept, to understand the concept there. Okay. All right. So this is the chip. You can see it's right L29 3D, right? And it has 18 pins. Okay. So this L29 3D is actually contain 2 H bridge. Okay. So that's why here we can control two DC motor. Okay, because there are 2 H bridge on this L29 3D. Okay, it allows us to control 2 DC motor. Right, of course, the H bridge allow us to provide bidirectional drive current. The range is 600 milliampere for the L29 3D. The voltage is from 4.5 volt to 36 volt. Okay, because different chip will have different current, drive current, and also different voltage. I remember two L298N L298N motor driver. There is a model that it can use up until 2 ampere. Okay, so we're going to use this motor driver in order to control 2 DC motor. Right? So we already understand the concept of H bridge. Okay, H bridge allow us to control the direction of the motor. So the equipment, the hardware that we're going to use is L29 3D motor driver IC. Okay, where on this motor driver there will be 2 H bridge, therefore we can control 2 DC motor. All right, so we're going to use Arduino Uno as the controller. Okay, the breadboard for the connection. The motor driver is L29 3D and also 2 DC motors. All right. Okay, so different motor driver will have different kind of connection. Okay, therefore, if you buy a motor driver, you need to have the specification sheet in order to know the pin arrangement, right? So that you can wire up the motor driver, meaning for the connection. All right, so this is L29 3D. It has 16 pins. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 until 8, and the other side is 9 until 16. Okay, so when we see here, this half circle here, meaning this one will be pin number 1. Okay, because there is no numbering on the L29 3D. Okay, by knowing the hatch here, then we know that the one on the left is pin number 1. Okay, so for this L29 3D, right, let's see. Pin number 1 is the enable pin. Okay, enable pin, right? Enable pin is the one that control the direction. Enable pin. Yes, the one that the power supply. Enable pin is the pin that control the power supply. Okay. Okay, pin number 1 is the enable pin for motor 1 because we are going to control 2 motor. So this is for motor 1 and there is another one, enable pin for motor 2. Pin number 9, this is for motor 2. Okay, then we have AY and one A and one Y. Okay, this is the connection. Basically, it represents the switches. Okay, then we have ground here, 4 and 5. Okay, and then similarly 2Y and 2A, which is also the switches, and then VCC here is the power supply. Okay. Right, then we have another set at this side for second motor. All right. So this is the circuit connection for L293D in order to control 2 motor. Okay, so here we have a motor A and this one here we have motor B. Okay, so we can see here that this side here will be used to control only motor A. Okay, and this side here we only use to control motor B. Okay, but you can see here this is a hash, the hash here, meaning this is pin number 1. Okay, pin number 1, pin number 8, okay, pin number 9 and pin number 16. Accordingly lah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until 8. Alright, so let's see the connection here. Right, let's just focus on one motor only first. Okay, yang mana lebih clear? Okay, let's focus on motor A here. Okay. Alright, so we need to connect the power supply. Okay, remember that if your motor is require larger power, okay, we need to supply we need to give a external power supply. Okay, we need to connect to the external battery. But for this example, the power is enough, meaning we can use the power from UNO. It is enough. So therefore, we just use from UNO. Okay, we can see here that tengoklah connection dia ni kan. Okay, this is 5 volt, this is ground. Okay, this 5 volt, this is ground. So we create the connection, power connection here. Okay, meaning this line is all the 5 volt and this line is all ground. Okay, same goes to here. This is all ground and this one is 5 volt. All right. Okay, so we can see that 5 volt is connected to the you can see that the 5 volt is connected to the VCC and also connected to the enable pin. Okay, and then pin number berapa ni? Kalau 9, 10, 11, 12 dan 13 is the connection to the ground, right? And then one ini 2 lah. Actually 2, 4, 4A, 4Y. Okay, 4Y, this is 4Y connected to the motor. And then this is 3Y, I think 3Y, yes, 3Y. 3Y is connected to the motor. Okay, Y for A, 4A and 3A, this is coming, this is the signal coming from the Arduino Uno. Okay, so we use PWM pin. Yeah, 5 and 6 here is the PWM pin connected to the 3A and 4A. Okay, meaning 3A and 4A is the connection for the Arduino, meaning we receive the signal from Arduino Uno via 3A and 4A. And then we send the signal to the motor via 3Y and 4Y. Okay, so this is the power supply, and then the the signal from the Arduino, we control the switches, okay, whether to turn on the switches or to turn on the switches, okay, and then it will flow to the motor. Right. Okay, so for the other motor, the connection is also the same. Okay, 1Y and 1A and 2A is for the Arduino Uno, and 1Y and 2Y is for the motor connection, and the rest is for the power supply. Okay, enable pin and also power supply. Okay, this connection in this circuit, meaning we always on the power supply. Okay, we just control the direction. Okay, for the circuit. Okay, we're not controlling the speed. We are controlling the we are just controlling the switches, meaning we are just controlling the direction. We are not controlling the switches. Okay, if you can go back to this here. Okay, so VCC here is actually the enable pin. Okay, the enable pin, right? So you can see that the enable pin is always 5 volt. Okay, so we didn't change the VCC here. Therefore, we are not controlling the speed of the motor. Instead, we're just controlling the switches 1 and switches 2. Okay, meaning the pair lah, switches 1 or switches 2. Okay, whether you want to turn on this one or you want to turn this one. Okay, whether to turn on this one or to the one. That one is from 1Y and 1A and 2A. Okay, 1A and 2A. Okay, controlling the switches. All right, and then here is the connection to the motor, and this is 1Y and 2Y. Okay, that is for the connection for the motor. Okay, all right. So based on this circuit, okay, please open your Tinkercad. Okay, please open the Tinkercad. You need to do the connection. You need to do this wiring. Okay, because we're going to control. We're going to use this Altuna 3D to control the direction of the motor. All right. As for the algorithm, okay, algorithm. All right, we can see that this is for motor A. We use pin number 5 and pin number 6. Okay, pin number 5 and pin number 6 here. This one here, number 5 and pin number 6. And for motor B, it is 9, 10. Okay, 9, 10. This is 9. This is 10. Okay, so we just declare it is a constant motor pin. All right, then this is for motor B. All right, and then in the void setup, we use pin mode, motor pin 1 is output. Okay, so 5, 6 the output, 3, 4 is also the output. Okay, so this is 5, this is 6, and this is 9, this is 10. Okay. Right, so what we're going to do is we want the motor to turn clockwise. Motor A turn clockwise for 2 seconds. All right, so digital right pin number 1 high, digital right pin number 2 low. Okay, so meaning 1 pin is turn on, 1 pin is off. Okay, it's similar by like opening switches 1, closing switches number 2. Okay, and then this is for motor B, so just keep it low. Okay, meaning we turn off the motor B. Okay, so delay 2000 meaning 2 seconds. All right, so if we want to change the direction, okay, we can see here that motor pin 1 is low. Okay, now switches number 1 is turned off, and we turn on the switches number 2. Okay, so if we refer to this circuit again, okay, so we can consider this is circuit 1, switches number 1, and this is switches number 2. Okay, it's a pair there. Switches 1, switches 2. Okay, so kalau kita turn on this one, so dia akan rotate clockwise. Okay, so kalau kita turn on this one, yang ni jadi close lah. Yang ni akan jadi close circuit, so dia akan change the direction. Okay, anti-clockwise. So that is just the concept in this motor driver. Okay, either to turn on this one, switches 1 turn on. Okay, so if we rotate one direction, to change the direction, we turn off this, turn on the other switches. Alright. Okay, so the motor will rotate counterclockwise. Okay, then this is just for motor B, which is we just focus on this here. Okay, because for motor A it is low, we off. Just for the motor B, it's high and low. Okay, switches number 1 off, on, then switches number 1 off, and switches number 2. Right, to stop the motor, just use the command, we off all the switches. Okay, meaning we open the circuit, so therefore the current cannot flow to the motor, so the motor will stop. Alright. Okay, as for the exercise, okay, you need to submit this one here. Okay, you need to, because this is for 2 motor. Okay, you need to complete a setup table for forward and reverse. Imagine you are going to control a mobile robot using 2 motor. Okay, so what will be the setup if you want the robot to go forward? Okay, because you have 2 motor. Okay, for example, if you want to go forward, both motor need to rotate at same direction. Okay, same direction, and both is on. Okay, if you want to reverse, both on, both same direction, meaning you need to change the direction from the first one. Okay, turn right, 1 off, 1 on. Okay, and the direction must be toward the left or toward the right. Okay, turn left, same. Okay, 1 off, 1 on, and then the direction must be toward to the direction lah. Okay, and then if you want to stop, no problem lah, dah ada tu tadi. Alright, that one is just a table. Okay, based on the table, you need to write Arduino code so that your algorithm will be forward, reverse, turn left, and turn right. Okay, so this exercise is useful if you are developing a robot. Okay, for example, your project is developing a robot, so you can use this coding. You can develop this coding in order to control the direction of your robot. Okay, so you need to submit this using the same link. I will paste the link again. Okay. All right. So, okay, that is the explanation for the motor driver. Okay, basically, I will just use video to show the connection for other motor driver. For example, L298N and also L293D. That one I will post the video link on the e-learning later. Okay, as for today, we're going to do this exercise. Okay. So open your Tinkercad. Okay, ready with your connection. Alright, so we need motor. Okay, basically 2 motor. Just give me motor to A. Let's take another one for motor B. Alright, then we need let's take a breadboard first. Okay, you need to do this. Okay, then what we need to have is the L293D. L293D. Right, H motor driver. Let's put it here. Okay, so here we have the label there. Right, then what else? Arduino. No. All right, so we're going to do the connection. Here we also can add battery. Let's use 9 volt. Okay. Okay, let's enable. Oh. Ada yang boleh. Okay, then another one you can use put ground. Right. Okay. Enable pin must be connected to the 5 volt. Then another pin going to connect it to 5 volt. Then this one is the power. Positive, and then this one is also power. Right. Then we're going to the ground need to be a common ground, so we need to. This is when we use another battery. Okay. Ground. All right. Okay. Then the connection to the motor is 3Y and 4Y. So, input 3 is what? Kalau kat situ itu 8, 9. 3Y kan? 3 ke 3Y. Okay. So this is 3Y, so this is connected to the motor. Right, and then it's also connected to 4Y, 4Y this one. Okay, then same goes to this one here. Right. Okay, now is the connection for the motor. Okay, so which one? This is motor what? This is motor A, this is motor B. So motor A is using 6 and 5 and 6. Okay. 5, 6, and 5. 5. Going to connect to here. Hapus sikit lah wire saya. Dia nak pergi kat sini. Let's change this to then for 6. Going to go here. Then another one is 9 and 10. 9 di mana? 1. one here, and then the other one is from here. Right. Okay, that is the complete connection. Okay, motor A positive is 4. Positive 4. This is positive or negative. Okay, let's see the connection. Okay, let's do the code. Right. One. The code. Pin mode. Variables. If we want to use this code, let's use this motor pin 1. Then create another variable motor pin 2, 3, and 4. Three and 4. Right. So start motor pin 1, 2. Apa tadi? Saya sebut batas 5. 5, and then we have set motor pin 2 to 6. Then we have another one. Set motor pin 3 to 10. Pin 3 to 10. Okay, and then set motor pin 4 to 9. 9. Right. Let's check the connection again. Pin 9 is to pin 9 is 1A. Letak kita punya. Pin 9 is 1A. Pin 10 is here is terminal 1. Here is I'm not sure. Terminal 1, terminal 2, which one is positive? Tak apa lagi. Buat je code ni. Alright. So that is the first part, the declaration. Right, we're going to do the setup. Okay. So in the void setup, we're going to set set pin mode. Okay. Set pin mode 3. Okay, so we're going to use the variable set pin mode 1. Okay. This one here. Okay, set pin mode 1. Apa ni? Okay, okay. Apa lagi? I need this one. So high. Station. Rubber repeat. Sekarang aku nak set command dia pin mode. Okay. Alright. Is tapi tak change. Kenapa tak change? Kenapa tak change 5, 6, 10, 9? 0. Okay, mode 1 is 3 actually. In mode 1 is 5. Mode is out. So, tapi kita nak pakai variable ni. Variable kita ni, kenapa tak boleh? Kenapa dia tak keluar kat sini 5, 6, 8, 9? Okay, dia buat kat sini, kat atas. Okay. Motor payment, okay, ni dah tulis ni. Okay, alright. Kita buat kat sini. Tak boleh masuk. Ada yang lain. Analog. Analog, right? Tak nak pakai analog, right? Kita nak pakai set. Naik ke sini. Then. Dan 9. Okay, kalau tengok cuma masalah saya ialah saya tak nak ni duduk kat sini sebenarnya. Saya nak letak dia kat atas ni. Tapi dia tak naik atas. Dia tak set up kat sini. Okay, let's put notation before this comment. Motor A. rotate clockwise. Kat mana delay? Delay kat mana? Control eh. Wait. Wait for 2 seconds. Right. So you can just copy this. Anti-clockwise. Alamak, anak tak gerak. Motor A rotate, motor A rotate anti-clockwise. Salah. Sini. Mana nak tarik satu ni. Motor B rotate clockwise. Okay, and other one is motor B rotate anti-clockwise. Anti-rotate. Alright, we just follow that. So this one here is, let's just set here. Motor A rotate clockwise. 5 is high, 6 is low. Then this one here is low and low. Okay. Anti-clockwise. Motor A, so this one is low. This is high. Okay. This is low. Right, and then this one here is motor B, so this here both is low, and then apa? Rotate clockwise, B, high low juga lah. High, one low. Low, ini low. This is low juga, itu high. Okay. Okay. Last one is motor stop. So, stop. Okay, all low lah. Alright. Okay. Ini saya rasa dia punya setup lah. Memang dia akan masuk setkan kat sini. Okay, let's try to simulate. Bismillah. Alright. Okay, you can see that this one here is Okay, both stop I think. Right. Okay, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Ni anti Anti-clockwise, clockwise and both stop 0 RPM. Okay. Cuba you tengok yang motor B ni, personally ini clockwise. Ini jadi apa ni? Clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Okay. Alright. So this is the complete code. Okay, the complete code and also simulation that show the rotation of the motor by using L293D. Alright, so your task now, okay, your task now is to complete forward and reverse. Okay, forward and reverse also require a combination of these two motor. Okay. For example, if we want to, let's say this is a mobile robot. Let's consider this blackboard is a mobile robot, and let's consider the forward is toward the left, toward this direction. Okay, so forward is that direction. Alright, so meaning in order to go forward, both motor need to be on, but the direction need to be in this setting, the direction need to be anti-clockwise. And this one is also this is kalau pandang dari sini clockwise, dan dari sini motor dari sini, pandang dari tengah sebenarnya, rotate forward. Ini kena clockwise, ini pun kena clockwise. Okay, both kena clockwise lah. Kena clockwise tu meaning the rotation need to be this direction. In this case anti-clockwise lah. Kalau kita consider forward ke sebelah kiri. Okay, so motor kena rotate anti-clockwise and this one also anti-clockwise. Okay, so you need to set up the table, okay, based on the connection, and then you need to write the code for forward, reverse, left, right, and stop. Okay. Okay, any question? Soalan tak? Saya je cakap.
Doktor, yang dalam modul tu dia ada table. Table tu yang doktor cakap tadi moving forward anti-clockwise, moving
Yes.
left, this one stop, that
Meaning
one
you
off.
kena buat table forward, motor A clockwise, motor B clockwise. Okay. Lepas tu reverse. Motor B anti-clockwise. Okay, yang ada juga yang on tu lah, on, off, off, on, off, on, off. Ada
Okay,
tiga lah.
doktor, understood. Understood. So maksudnya kita ada macam three function lah, macam doktor cakap. Forward, reverse, right and left.
Yes. Dengan stop.
Okay. Alright, doktor. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum doktor.
Alam.
Saya nak tanya kalau nak tambah lagi 2 motor jadi 4, boleh doktor kan?
Untuk L293D ni tak boleh lah sebab dah complete. Kalau awak nak lagi tambah 2 motor, awak kena tambah L293D lagi satu. Ataupun awak boleh pakai yang shield punya tu, Arduino shield.
Oh,
yang
motor
tu
driver
boleh
shield tu
control.
L293D tu doktor.
L293D Arduino
Driver
shield. Yang tu boleh kontrol 4 motor. Sebab dalam tu ada dua chip ni lah. Untuk kita punya yang sekarang ni boleh kontrol 2 je.
Siap doktor.
Kalau yang L298N pun cuma 2 motor saja.
Betul.
Kat dalam Tinkercad ni tak ada. Kalau ada kita boleh buat connection lah. Tapi tak ada, so saya tunjuk video je lah. Sebab
Doktor, lagi satu untuk ESP32 pun tak ada gak doktor dalam Tinkercad. Tak silap saya lah.
tak ada.
Kalau
SP32
nak
tak ada.
design macam mana doktor? Boleh pakai lain lah macam freezing ke?
Freezing boleh.
Freezing boleh
Kalau
ada
sebelum ni kita tak pakai Tinkercad, kita memang pakai freezing sebenarnya. That's why awak tengok dalam modul sebelum ni suruh pakai freezing.
Oh, faham.
Okay,
Cuma dia
sebab
tak ada
kalau
simulation
freezing
je
dia
lah
punya-
doktor kan?
Tak boleh simulate lah.
Oh, okey. Saya doktor.
Untuk kalau nak simulation tak boleh lah. Untuk circuit kita pakai freezing lah. Lebih banyak library. Okay, kita boleh cari, kita boleh download freezing punya file. Macam yang ni tak ada. Kena carilah tapi saya dah cari juga tapi tak ada, tak jumpa. Okay. So kalau you punya project involve controlling motor, saya rasa kebanyakan kena ada motor lah. Kalau tak ada motor pun awak boleh ganti yang lain lah untuk yang tu untuk output kan. Untuk analog output. Okay. Tapi simplest one adalah motor lah. Motor. Tapi depend pada awak punya project lah. Kalau project awak tu ada involve motor, so bolehlah pakai this di circuit lah. Semuanya kena ambil faham yang circuit ni tak control speed Okay, sebab saya kata tadi kita sentiasa supply 5 volt. Okay, mana enable pin ni. Enable pin ni sentiasa datang daripada 5 volt. Ni enable pin ni kita ambil daripada 5 volt kan. Yang ini pun enable pin ni kita ambil dari 5 volt. Okay, so maksudnya in this example ni dia akan rotate at maximum rotation lah, maximum speed. Okay. Kalau kita nak tukar, nak change, nak control speed, ini 5 volt ni tak boleh ambil dari 5 volt tapi ambil daripada PWM pin. Maksudnya kita kena pakai 3 pin lah untuk satu motor. Satu untuk control speed which is kita sambungkan dekat enable pin. Okay. Dua lagi sebenarnya tak perlu PWM pin sebab kita just digital on off saja. So awak boleh pakai mana-mana digital pin. Ya, sebab PWM ni kan limited. Ada 6 je kan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ada 6 aja. Okay. So janganlah pakai 3-3 untuk motor. Rugilah sebab kalau awak nak kontrol benda lain lagi dah tak boleh kalau awak pakai 3-3 motor. So 1 PWM untuk enable pin. 2 digital untuk sebab ni just on off switches saja. Okay. Tapi untuk di circuit kita pakai je PWM sebab dia just nak tunjuk je. Tapi kalau awak nak tukar kepada digital pin biasa pun dia function je, dia okey. Okay, sebab kita faham konsep dia just nak on off the switch. Okay, so kena change sikit lah dia punya coding dan juga dia punya connection lah untuk kalau awak nak control speed juga. Okay, nak control direction, nak control speed juga. For example, macam line following robot, takkan awak nak rotate pada maximum speed aja. Mestilah kalau cornering slow sikit, ada yang slow, dia bukan off saja. Yang ni slow, yang ni laju. Macam itulah. So kita kena control speed juga. Okay. Tapi untuk exercise hari ni kita just control direction saja. Alright. Ada soalan lagi?
Doktor, untuk yang assignment ni kalau kita just guna Arduino saja boleh kan? Without the 9 volt battery.
Boleh. Ini saya just nak tunjuk je. Sebenarnya kalau awak pakai Unreal application, biasanya Arduino tak cukup power untuk powerkan kita punya motor. So memang kita kena sambung kepada external power supply. Memang kena ada that. Okay, so that's why saya tunjukkan juga berarti kat sini lah. Tapi untuk exercise tak apa, tak perlu pun 9 volt tu. Okay, kalau tak ada soalan, okay, basically codingnya dah ada, cuma you kena adjust sikit lah. Adjust sikit je. Kalau tak ada soalan, saya rasa saya tinggalkan awak buat kerja lah. Okay, sebab saya pun tak nampak awak buat apa. So saya rasa kita stop, saya tinggalkan awak buat kerja and submit. Okay, so submit saya rasa very simple, benda pun dah siap, just buat table dengan coding tu adjust sikit saja. So kalau boleh you submit by today lah. Okay, by today. Submission link nanti saya letak dekat WhatsApp group Okay, so guna this time to complete the exercise and submit. Alright, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.